Hello, everybody. It's Joanne Musa, the Tax Lien Lady, and this is Tax Lien Investing Tips, where I give a different tip about tax lien investing, how you can invest in tax liens and tax deeds profitably each day. Okay, today is Monday, August 29th. And tomorrow we do Ask the Tax Lien Lady Live, where you can come and ask me your questions live um, on Facebook. And we do that at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. But this week, Tax Lien Investing Tips is at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time today, Monday, and we are also going to do this Wednesday and Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, which for you guys on the West Coast is 6:30 in the morning, I know, but if you have a 9 to 5, you can watch this before you go to work. Um, so hopefully it'll work out for everybody. And we'll be changing the times that we do these so that you should be able to come on live. If not this week, maybe next week, okay? So what we're talking about today are the upcoming tax sales. What tax sales are coming up around the country in the next 30 days, all right? So these are tax sales. We're at the end of August, so these are tax sales in September. And we're going to talk about tax lien sales, tax deed sales, and redeemable deed sales. Now, I am doing this on a different platform today. I'm not just live on Facebook. I'm doing this with StreamYard, and I like StreamYard because I can see your comments here on StreamYard from Facebook. So go ahead and say hello. You could comment on Facebook and tell me what state you're in, all right? Because that helps me know which tax sales are right for you. Hi, Ray. Good to see you here. Okay, and you're in Philadelphia on your way to New York City today. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, you're not too far from me, Ray. I am about 2.5 hours north of Philly, and I'm actually closer to New York City. I'm at about an hour and a half away from New York City. Um, and hi, Jean, good to see you. You're in New Jersey. Great, because New Jersey tax lien sales. Let me move out of the way here. And sorry about the shadow. I was playing with the light, trying to get the right lighting for today, and couldn't. If I put the other light on, then then it reflects in here in the whiteboard. So sorry that it's a little bit dark and there's a shadow today. But so the tax lien sales that are coming up in the next 30 days, New Jersey is starting to ramp up now. Their busiest month of the year is December, but they're going to start to ramp up through the fall. Indiana, also, fall is their season for the regular tax sales in Indiana. Wyoming has a few tax sales coming up, and Kentucky has a few tax lien sales coming up. So those are the tax lien sales that are coming up. And then we've got so many deed sales going on now and coming up. I'll go over those in a minute. But hi, Nardos, it's good to see you. You have to schedule a coaching session with me, right? Because you're a coaching client. I haven't seen you in a while. And if anybody would like to talk to me about which state is best for you to invest in based on what your goals are for investing, and where you live, and what type of tax sale you're interested in, tax liens, tax deeds, or redeemable deeds, then schedule a session to talk to me. Schedule a time to talk to me. Have a profit planning session with me. I have limited times available. So Nicole, if you're with me this morning, would you put in the link for them to get a mentoring session with me, a profit planning session with me, so that they could schedule one? But if you already are a coaching client, just come on to our next coaching call and I'll help you with that. Okay, so we talked about the tax lien sales. Now, why would somebody want to invest in, and I see most of the people that are here that know me, they know about tax liens, they know why it's a good investment. But for the people that are going to be watching the replay, why tax liens? Why are tax liens better than the stock market or the money or a money market account, or a CD or crypto? Here's what I like about tax liens, okay, as far as crypto and the stock market go. If something happens to the market and it crashes tomorrow, and all the experts are telling us we are in for a big market crash, okay, if that happens, then your tax lien is not affected. You get the same interest that you got when you bought your lien at the tax sale, because it is set by government law, by state law, or in some cases it's the township statutes or township regulations, but it's set by the government, okay? So that doesn't change. So you still get the same rate that you bought it at. Now, but why would that be better than a CD or a money market? Because it's higher usually than you could get with those other safe investments. All right. Over the last few years, it's been almost nothing in the bank or money market or for CD that you're getting on your money. And it just doesn't keep up with inflation at all, especially with the inflation that we've had, right? But, and even though rates are going up, you can still get better deals here with tax liens, or with tax liens when you're actually getting the property, or I mean tax deeds when you're actually getting the property. So why are tax deeds better than a normal, real estate investment? Well, because the bidding starts at back taxes. And if you know what you're doing, right? If you have a coach, or you have the education and you know what you're doing, you know how to pick up these properties, go to the right sales and bid on the right properties and get a good deal for less than what you would pay in the market. Okay, so all right, so what tax deed sales are coming up? Well, we've got, and I couldn't write them out like I did liens, because there's so many more tax deed sales coming up. And let me just adjust this so you could see what's at the bottom here. New York, Michigan. Now, New York has some online sales, and sometimes in the counties in New York, they even let you review the properties. They have a day that you can review the properties if the properties are vacant before the tax sale. Some of these counties have a seminar a day or two before the tax sale. Michigan has tax sales still going on. They've already started. Some of the counties are done, but there's some still going on. Many of them are online. Wisconsin, they also have some online sales in Wisconsin, but I will tell you there's not a lot available in Wisconsin. It's typical to have only like one or two properties in a tax sale in Wisconsin. And then there is Minnesota, which I don't really recommend Minnesota because they don't start the bidding at back taxes. Same with Oregon, not really recommended, but they're going on, and Oregon does have some online on bid for assets. Washington has some online sales on bid for assets. Again, some of the Washington sales don't have a lot available. Same with Idaho. Idaho has tax sales coming up. Sometimes they are online on bid for assets as well. California has a lot of tax sales that are online, and some of them are on bid for assets, and some of the California counties have their own website for their online tax sales. Arkansas is not a state that I have experience with, and not a state that I recommend, and I forget why. But usually the states that I don't know much about are states where it's really not worth it to invest in. So I don't know about Arkansas, but certainly if you live there or near there, you could look into it. And I will help you with it if you, if you want me to be your coach or your mentor. Again, to find out if that's right for you, just schedule a session with me. And what I'll do is I will put that in the comments right here. Bear with me for a minute, because I don't think Nicole is with me this morning because I'm earlier than usual today, right? All right, so if you go to, I'm putting it in here for you. It's taxlienlady.com/mentoring-application. All right, and I'm going to send that, and you guys should see it in the comments. I'm here on StreamYard, but it should show up in the comments right on Facebook. All right. All right, so where did we leave off? At these states that are having tax deed sales. Louisiana. Louisiana has deed sales, and they are online. And when you buy in a deed sale in Louisiana, let me move back so you get a little more light on here. When you buy in a deed sale in Louisiana, you do get a warranty deed. And that's because in order to go into the deed sale, you need to put a deposit on the property, an $850 deposit. As long as you bid on it at the deed sale, if you're not the successful bidder, you will get your deposit back. If you are the successful bidder, it goes towards your bid. Okay. But Louisiana is a good state to buy deeds in. Florida has deed sales that go on all the time. Many of them are online, and some counties in Florida have tax sales more often than once a month. They might even have tax sales, the bigger counties, once a week. All right. And that's because Florida is really a lien state. But in Florida, if you buy a tax lien, you don't get to foreclose on the property. Instead, you do a tax deed application. You apply for that lien to go into a deed sale so that it will be sold at the deed sale and your lien will be satisfied and you will get paid. So for those of you, Florida is a really good state for foreigners who, if you have a U.S. ID, a U.S. tax ID, like a EIN number or a TI, I forget what it's called, but it's what, instead of a social security number, ITIN number is what it's called, ITIN number. That's what foreigners get when they have to do a tax return in the U.S. And if you have a tax ID number and a U.S. bank account, okay, then as a foreigner, you can invest. Now, some of the Florida, in the lien sales, a lot of the Florida counties do not allow foreign investors, but in the deed sales, they do, okay? So, so it's good to, it's a good place for foreigners to invest in the deed sales. However, the lien sales, there's only a couple of counties that will accept foreign investors. But for those of you who don't really want to own the property, as long as you do your homework and you get a good lien, it's going to be sold in the deed sale and you'll be satisfied. Your lien will be satisfied and you'll make money on your lien. And also, once you apply for that lien to go into a deed sale, you have to pay all the subsequent taxes, any outstanding liens, whether they're prior or subsequent to your lien, and that starts earning 18%. All right. Pennsylvania, this is the season for the upset sales in Pennsylvania. In Pennsylvania, we have 2 tax deed sales. In the fall are the upset sales. If you buy property in the upset sale, you are responsible for any liens. So if there's a mortgage on the property, if there's a judgment on the owner of the property and you buy that property at the deed sale, you can be responsible for that. So you've got to do your due diligence very carefully if you're buying in the upset sale. But what happens is if it doesn't sell in the upset sale, it will go into the judicial sale in the spring. And what happens between the upset sale and the judicial sale is all the noticing of the owner and any lien holders on the property. So if you buy at the judicial sale in the spring, then you are not responsible for any other liens or encumbrances on the property except for government liens. The others will all go away, okay? Because those lien holders have the right to come and pay the taxes and keep it out of the sale. All right. Ohio has tax deed sales coming up. Typically, there's only 1 or 2 deeds available in these sales. And Ohio is kind of a mystery, all right? From different sources, I get different different information on what really happens in Ohio. An attorney who does this in Ohio tells me Ohio is really a lien state, and the only way for deeds to get sold in Ohio is if a lien purchaser it puts it into a deed sale. Okay. But other experts tell me that it's a lien state and they sell liens. And I think they do sell liens, but they only sell them in big bundles, and they only sell them to institutional buyers, big fund companies. But they do have deed sales coming up, and typically in these deed sales, there's only one or two deeds available. And you know what? I'm not sure if they bundle these up. So if there's two or more deeds, you might have to buy them all and not just be able to bid on one. And that's something you'd have to check with on each county. Virginia has tax deed sales coming up, and some of them are online. And North Carolina, they are all live. And North Carolina has like a cumbersome system for deed sales. After you are the successful bidder, you have to wait 10 days and somebody else can outbid you. And if they outbid you, then you have 10 days to outbid them. So it's a little cumbersome in North Carolina. All right, so, but what I don't have on here, what we didn't talk about, are the redeemable tax deeds coming up. There are redeemable tax deed sales in Georgia and Texas. They always happen on the first Tuesday of the month. So next Tuesday, not tomorrow, not this Tuesday, because we're still in August, but next Tuesday will be the first Tuesday of the month of September, and both Texas and Georgia will have their tax sales then. The other two redeemable deed states that have some sales coming up are Tennessee and Delaware. Now, Delaware only has 3 counties, and 2 of them have tax sales in September. Okay. All right, so that is what I have for you today. And thank you guys for liking this live stream. And again, we're going to do this tax lien tips, tax lien investing tips at the same time, 9:30 in the morning Eastern, 6:30 in the morning Pacific on Wednesday and Thursday. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we're going to do Ask the Tax Lien Lady live at the normal time that we do that, which is at 2 p.m. Eastern time, 11 a.m. Pacific. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Bring your questions. If you have questions about any of this, bring your questions tomorrow. Tomorrow is Ask the Tax Lien Lady live, where I answer your questions live, okay? And again, and I can answer that question for you tomorrow, Jean. Just remind me about, is it better to have a warranty deed or a quick claim deed? Warranty deed is always better because you can get title insurance, all right? Let's see, what else did I have for you guys? Again, if you would like to talk to me about which of these states is best for you, based on how much money you have to invest and where you live and what your goals are, then make an appointment with me now. And I did put in the link. I don't know if it's a clickable link. And if not, I don't know why not. But if you can't click on it, if you just copy it and put it into your browser's address bar, you'll be able to go there. Okay, taxlienlady.com/mentoring-application. You just fill out a form, and then you could get a link to schedule a time to talk to me. Okay, all right. I will see you guys tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. And if you can't make it then and you want some more tax lien investing tips, just come Wednesday and Thursday, same time, 9:30 Eastern time, a.m. See you then.